Hello everyone, Mike Rempel from Another Set of Eyes with today's Excel Bytes blog post. Today we're going to take a look at grouping in pivot tables, but in the past we looked at grouping of dates within pivot tables. Today we're going to take a look at grouping of values. So let's see how easy that is to do in Excel. So here I have a table, and if we look at that, I have 5,000 different entries in it. And I'm going to go ahead and create a pivot table. I'm going to click anywhere in it, go to Insert, Pivot Table, we'll put it on a new worksheet and say OK. Now what we've done in the past, I'm going to take territory and throw it in the rows, total sales in the values, and I'm going to throw date into the rows under the territory, and it gives me every single date that there was a transaction. Now I can click in here, go up to group selection, or I can right click and select group, and the grouping dialog box pops up, and I can group it by any one of these factors or multiple ones. So let's say I want to choose quarters and years and say OK. Excel will break down under each territory each year, and then quarters 1, 2, 3, and 4 below each year. We've shown that in the past on previous posts, but that's a simple way of doing grouping by dates. I'm going to go back to our table, click in here and go to Insert Pivot Table, and I'm going to put it on an existing sheet, and I'm going to put it right next to the one that we just did. Say OK and OK here. And now this time I'm going to take total sales and drop that into the rows. And now Excel, if I look down at the bottom, looks like there's over 670 individual instances of sales totals. And I want to be able to group these. So I can do the same thing. I'm going to go up to the group selection. And here I have my choice. Instead of it presenting to me different date groupings, it gives me a starting and ending and then what I want to group by. So let's say I want to start it at 0. Now I have 137,000 as my max. Maybe I'll put 150 just to have a nice even round number. And I want to group by groups of 25,000. I'll say OK. Now you can see Excel has created groups of 25,000. I can highlight these, go over to my Home tab, and I'm going to right justify it so it looks a little neater. Now I can take my total sales, throw it into the values, and I see a count of each one of those items within those groupings. I can take quantity, throw it in there too, and I see the sum of quantities within each one of those groups. And I can take total sales, maybe again throw it in here and change that to select value field settings. Maybe I'll change that to sum. So now I have the total sales that falls within each group. And I can add as many of these as I want. But the nice part here is I'm able to analyze my sales by each grouping of, in this case, $25,000. So I can see I have my most sales in terms of count of sales in the 25 to 50,000, and the least number is in the high ticket items, that's 125 to 150,000. And I can also drill down more granularly to see the details of my data and analyze it even more. And there you have it. I hope you like what you see. If you do like what you see here, please take a minute to share this post on your favorite social network. I can be found on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So I hope you enjoy this. If you'd like to see more, please feel free to stop by my website, excel-bytes.com, and I hope you subscribe. So have a great day and happy excelling.